So I just finished to enter all my tax for this year. And one question that you guys ask a lot is how much my road trip cost me on gas. To be quite honest, I don't want to do that video. I'm scared of that number. It cost me $102, the last receipt of the year for me because it's New Year's for me right now. And I only had half a tank, so probably to fill my tank if I was empty, it would be close to $200. So like I mentioned, I enter all my paper tax receipt with all the gas. Let me show you. This is the envelope of all the gas this year. This is pretty thick, guys. What a year, what a big road trip, what a lifetime of road trip. I can tell you, it's not gonna be soon that I'm gonna do such a big road trip. It was expensive and I'm really worried about putting a number, to be honest with you. But so what we did, for those of you who don't know, I did a cross Canada road trip all the way from Vancouver Island to Newfoundland. I think, hold on, I have a map. Sure, I have a map here of the whole Canada. Oh, is it Canada, this one? Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's put the map here so you guys can follow what we did. Alright, so there we go. We have the whole Canada. Let me try to show you the best that I can about what we did. So we start on the west coast of Canada, and I think it was, if I remember, I can look correctly, but it was in March, beginning of March, I think. So in the snow, we took the ferry off of Vancouver Island. Oh, we have a cat now inside. Stretch, there you go. Can I show the map, kitty? Let me show you the map. Okay. Okay, so we took the ferry to the mainland, what we call, and we, Chrome and I, and Kitty, typical cat, eh? We drove all the way to Calgary, the province here, and this is where my boyfriend and I just left each other for a couple months, and I went on my own and did the rest of the road. So I took the Highway 1 all the way, all the way across the whole Canada, all the way Thunder Bay. Oh, and I follow the lake here. So follow the lake. And you are a little bit in the map right now though. So I Kitty, try to show something. Try to show something, please. Let me show something. Give you attention after. Alright. So we followed the lake here, and went all the way, and Kitty stay with map, all the way to my parents' house in Quebec. So I spent 3 weeks in Quebec with my parents, and we took off, followed the west part of New Brunswick, and went to St. John, Moncton, all the way to Cape Breton Island, and this is where we took the ferry to Newfoundland. So we took the ferry, it was 8 hours ferry, I think, if I remember correctly, and we did a big loop, did a lot of like coast exploration to try to find an iceberg, which we find, and we went all the way to the eastern point of Canada around St. John. And after that, we think it was done. No, we had to come back and we had to do more trip too. So we went back the same road in Newfoundland, took the ferry. That's where I met my boyfriend for the rest of our road trip, and we spent a lot of time, did the whole coast around the Cape Breton, and did a lot of coast too around Halifax, where we spent most of our summer, I would say, because it was the quarter point and all this. So we did a big road around Halifax and all this in Nova Scotia, and we did also all around Prince Edward Island. We did the whole island pretty much, and we took the eastern part of the road of New Brunswick, and we also did that little loop all the way in Gaspé in the Quebec area. And I spent a couple of days with my friends, see them for the last time, and before we took off, went to go see my friend in Cornwall, a little bit south of Ottawa, and see more friends around Toronto, all the way to Niagara Falls, and went back up where we did a big meetup just north of Toronto. Saw a lot of people, it was awesome, and we followed the lake here to the rest of our big road trip. And we took a big road trip, went all the way back, guys. What a trip, huh? And we spent a little bit of time in the British Columbia part around Revelstoke. I spent a little bit of time by myself and Kitty. And we went all the way back up to Vancouver Island. So that was a huge trip, guys. So it was a huge road trip. I cannot tell you how many kilometers I've done in the actual road trip, but we were gone from beginning of March all the way to beginning of November almost. So several months, a lot of kilometers to cross Canada and a lot of kilometers to explore with this little girl. You're so bad. Alright, so now the question that everyone's wants is how much money I spend to cross Canada. I did a video where I told you how much money it cost me to go all the way from Vancouver Island to my parents' house in Quebec, which I don't remember the amount. I'm gonna put that here. But now let's calculate how much that cost me. I need my phone. And I need a little bit of time because whew, that was a lot of driving, guys. Before I told the number that I knew that I should have done that. I just want to say that I left in a worse time to do a travel trip. I left Vancouver Island on a day they were announcing that the price of the gas was going crazy. So I hit pretty much the whole time really expensive gas price. In Newfoundland, I must admit I was really worried about, you know, that the gas price would go up and up and up and up, and I knew I had to come back at one point. So I kind of slowed down. I didn't visit as much as I wanted in the Newfoundland area because of that. And after that, I decided to just go for it, to just do my dream travel trip, because anyway, I don't think I'm gonna do that maybe ever in my life. Or I don't know, it's gonna take several years before I can afford something as crazy as it was. So I decided to just go for it, to just drove and just explore everything that I could while I was there. So we left on March 4th. We came back. I took the ferry on October 28th. So several months. I count all the ferry ride. So we had 2 ferry around Vancouver Island, 2 big ferry for go to Newfoundland. That's all included. We also took the long bridge to go to Prince Edward Island, which is the cost. So that was included in this price. So remember the truth. Can you see? Can you see this number? 7,070, 125, 52, sorry, and 74 cents. This is what's got me to do this road trip. I knew that was expensive. I was hoping not that much, to be quite honest, guys. Like I said, it is a trip of a lifetime. I don't think I'm gonna be able to afford something like this. This year, you can totally understand and totally get it that this trip's gonna be smaller. We're gonna stay around British Columbia, and this is why I currently really stable, really quiet this winter, to just regroup money, put money back in my bank account because it was at 0. And yeah, and hopefully be able to travel a little bit this summer. So you got it. That being said, even if it's a huge number that I'm a little bit overwhelmed with, when you think about it, there's a little bit more than $1,000 a month on gas, and that money, if I was to rent a place in this area here, would be around $1,000. So at least I'm treating my money, that money, with memory, instead of spending all my money sitting in the house, watch TV, doing nothing. So I have to put it that way to make me feel a little bit better. What are we gonna do? It was expensive, eh? But we had some fun, eh? Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You want to give them a kiss? Kitty, you leaving? You disturb us when I was putting the map, and now? You don't want to kiss them? Give a kiss? Oh, that's not a kiss. Kitty. No, there you go. That's better. Alright guys, see you in the next one.